Okay, so my thoughts. I am going to go back up to page 122. In the quote that was given, one must learn to love. I do agree with. When we're born as infants, we are love. We're unconditional love. We know nothing else until we learn to start judging, start hating, start judging ourselves and our outside world. And we forget what it's like to be unconditionally loving. So I do agree with that love has to be relearned, because we're born already knowing how to love. We just forget how to do it, and we have to relearn it as we get older. Page 124. Compassion is not about accepting the actions of others, but about caring about the sufferings of the persons. I've been a pretty spiritual person and philosophical person for the past 8 years. I've been on my own spiritual growth and learning so much. And what I like about this statement, compassion is not about accepting the actions of others, but about caring about the sufferings of the person. It places you in their shoes. So I'm a general manager. I've been in management for many years. So something that I do when I have to have tough conversations with people, I'm always very calm. Usually end up cracking a joke just to make light of the situation. If I have to correct somebody, even in the moment, sometimes I will get that defensive backlash, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I have learned that their reaction is based off of what they were learned. It's a learned behavior. I no longer become reactive to their reactions, because I'm learning to bring compassion into the situation. Everybody's judgments, everybody's negative and even positive thought processes and interactions and reactions, they're all learned behaviors. Sometimes people just don't know any better. 125. Okay, so this page talks a lot about peace of mind. What I have found that works best for me as far as being in a more peaceful mindset is I judge less when it comes to my outside appearances, whatever's going on outside of me, whether it's a situation or it's a person, and I judge what's going on in the inside. So I judge the thoughts that I'm having. I've learned to challenge my thoughts with a series of questions, and I get to a point where I decide that, wait, that's not true. We're supposed to judge. That's what we're here for. The sky is blue, the grass is green. But we can choose which judgments are true for us. We can choose which judgments are true for other people. Let's see. Page 125. I may aim to be our leader and president, but I am not above any of you. We are each the student and the teacher. I guarantee we will learn something from each other, whether we accept it or not. I 100% agree with this. I believe everybody is our teacher. whether they have a good influence on us or a bad influence on us. If we have a negative interaction with them, they are teaching us something about ourselves, not necessarily about them. They're teaching something about ourselves, how to go within, how to judge ourselves. But what I also like about it is some of the best leaders that I've ever had in my life, they were learning right alongside me. I never felt like they were my boss. I felt like they were on my team. They were just leading the team. And that's how I lead my team. I don't like calling myself the manager. I don't like calling myself the boss. I'm just leading my team. When we have to get down and dirty and clean something, I'm right there on the front lines. I don't ever expect them to do it without me. When we have our team meetings, it's very casual. We're sitting around, we're having conversations. I'm letting them know the things that are coming up. I want their thoughts. I want their opinions on it. And I want some ideas that I might be able to throw up to corporate. I want them to feel like it's not just me standing there telling them what to do. With that mindset, I've been able to maintain the staff that I have. I have a very low turnover rate. Not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I just believe that's what a lot of people want. They want collaboration. They want somebody that they can talk to. They want somebody to learn with them. And I have a very curious mind. I'm a very curious person, and I'm always seeking to learn. I've probably read 15 self-help books this year already, whether spiritual, philosophical, or just ideas. Page 127. As humans, we can rapidly evolve through thought, imagination, and the strengthening of as a conscious species with higher internal dialogue. 100%. So right now, I'm currently reading a book. It's called Loving What Is by Byron Katie. And one of my favorite things that she states in there over and over again is that we can't drop a thought. A thought drops us. So I see it as, I'm going to use Tinder as an example, even though I've never had a Tinder account. You're swiping through Tinder. That's kind of how your thoughts play out. They're presenting themselves to you, and you're going to decide whether you're going to swipe left or you're going to swipe right. You can throw a series of questions up to those thoughts and turn those thoughts around to where it feels better inside of you. And when it feels good, that's what's true for you. If it doesn't feel good, it's not true. This is all a simulation, guys. Imagination. I wish I never unlearned how to use my imagination. Now I'm relearning how to use my imagination again. Using our imagination, bringing love into situations, being non-judgmental of our outside appearances. They're all keys to involving evolution, even involving technology. I'm not the biggest fan of technology. It quite honestly pisses me off. I'm not the biggest fan of AI, but there's reasons why there's so much evolvement in all of those things is because humans are evolving. We're evolving our minds and we're evolving our imaginations. Page 129 talks a lot about renegotiation, and it just it's kind of in comparison to my question every thought, throw a bunch of questions at that thought until it feels good to you, and try new things. If something's not working, try it a different way. One of my favorite quotes is by Rita Mae Brown. And in her novel, she said, doing something over and over again just to expect a different result is the definition of insanity. Renegotiate everything. Try something new. Try something different. If it's not working, don't try that same thing again. Try something different. But also renegotiating everything. 100% agree on that. There is one part that I do not agree with, and that is 129 into 130, when it's talking about responsible family planning. And the only reason why I don't agree with it is because it is not my place or the place of anybody else to pass judgment on other people as far as their family goes, as far as how many children they have. This may be true for the person that wrote this, and that's okay. It can be true for you. But passing judgment on other people because they weren't responsible or not as responsible as you feel they should have been, it's not your place to tell other people how to live their lives. So I don't completely agree with those statements or this, this page, but this is the truth of the writer, and that's okay. So I don't judge it. I just don't agree with it. I think that's it. I'm honestly kind of interested in just starting from page 1 and just reading this whole thing and find it pretty fascinating. All right. Thank you.